I know if you're like me, you like to know all the secrets. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you all the juicy details of being a content creator. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Hi, my name is Aisha from simplyaisha.com. Here on YouTube, I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So this tag was created by Naturally Liz here on YouTube. If you have not checked out her channel, make sure you do. I love her. I've been subscribed to her since she started her channel, and before she started her channel, she was a watcher in the fragrance community, and she would always be up in my comments saying something nice, and that has stood true even as she's become a content creator herself. So I appreciate you, Liz, for creating this tag, and as soon as I saw her video, I knew that I wanted to participate. So here we are. Now, if you haven't seen any of these videos yet, it's basically just giving you guys the low down, dirty secrets of us content creators here on YouTube. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the questions. And I have the questions here on my phone. I did not prepare my answers, so I'll be reading from my phone for each question. So the first question says, how long have you been recording YouTube videos? So I am one of those rare few that have been recording videos for a really long time. In some ways, it's a little embarrassing, but in other ways, I'm proud that I have continued to do this because this is an outlet for me. So I recorded my very first YouTube video in 2012. So that's 12 years. The second question says, do you record on a phone or a camera? I record on a camera. For my sit down videos, I record on the Sony ZV-1, which I've had for a few years now. And then for my vlogs, I record on my DJI Pocket Osmo 3. I will have both of the cameras linked down below that I'm talking about. But every now and again, I will record on my phone for a vlog, but not like my sit down videos. The third question says, do you record in HD or 4K? So most of the time I record in 4K. Sometimes I will do HD because it is much quicker when you're processing the video. So like once you edit the video and put it together, it is much quicker than doing it in 4K. But most of the time I do try to record in 4K. The next question says, how do you plan your content? So typically I sit down around the end of every month and plan out a month's worth of content. I have certain videos that I do like every couple weeks or once a month. And so I typically start out by filling all those like normal videos in. And then I think about things that are relevant to now or videos that I have like listed in my phone that I wanted to do. And I'll pencil those in on my calendar. I actually have a paper calendar or a paper agenda that I write my YouTube schedule in. And so that's how I plan out my videos. Now, I typically upload on Wednesdays and Sundays. And so I usually will leave myself a little bit of wiggle room, meaning that I won't plan a video for a particular day. So that way, if something comes to me that is like pertinent to right now. So for instance, with all these fragrances coming out, if I know I want to talk about this new fragrance, I can pop it in on that day. Hopefully that makes sense. The next question says, do you batch record? So my ideal self would batch record. But lately, I have not been very good at that. I feel like last year I did a good job of batch recording. But for me, batch recording would be like recording like 3 videos at once or in one day. I know some people, they like record a whole month's worth of videos. First of all, I can't. I cannot talk that long. I do like to talk. Like, as you can tell, when I get on videos, I talk to y'all. When I'm around my friends, I talk. But generally, I'm a reserved person. I'm not a person who has to talk like all the time. So I used to have a job where I had to talk all day. So by the time I got off work, I wasn't trying to talk to nobody because it's just like too much talking. So I can't do more than like 3 videos in one day. That would be my ideal. That is my goal, to get back to doing that, because for me that's easier. But as of right now, in my current state of mind and everything that's happening right now in my life, I typically only film 1 video at a time and then edit and upload, you know, on whatever day I have set for that video to go live. So the next question says, do you record your videos in one take? Now this question, the way that Liz answered the question, she said that sometimes she records a video and then she has to basically redo it. So I will say, if we're talking about like one take, like sit down, record it, be done with it, Yes, I do it in one take. However, I do stutter over my words literally all the time. So I do edit stuff. I do take stuff out that I have to say like 3 times for it to come out right. But I do not re-record. There have been times where I felt like I needed to re-record a video, and if that ever happens, I'm probably just not gonna re-record it, y'all. I'm just gonna be straight out honest with you. I'm probably not re-recording it because I don't script my videos per se. So say like if I know I'm going to talk about, let's just say gourmand fragrances, I will pick out the fragrances that I want to talk about, but I don't sit there with the script and talk and like make notes for myself for the video. So once I film it once and I got my little thoughts out there, it's hard for me to do that again. Like it is hard for me to do that again. And I usually will just give up on that video if it's just that horrible. But more times than not, I will just upload it because I have been doing this for a long time. And I am at this point where I know my content doesn't have to be perfect. I see many creators with huge followings and they don't have perfect content. So mine doesn't need to be either, okay? Now, if it's something severe, like for instance, no sound coming out, which wouldn't happen with my camera, but if there's no sound coming out, that is the only time I would probably re-record, but more than likely I would just trash the video and move on to something else. The next question says, how long does it take you to edit one video? So this varies. It depends on what type of video it is and how long it is. But I would say on average, it takes me anywhere from 2 to 3 hours to edit a video, but that does not include finding links or a thumbnail or filling out all the information in the description box for my video. So just editing, meaning just like cutting, adding clips and all that stuff, adding the fragrance notes into the video, it takes me anywhere from like 2 to 3 hours. The other stuff that I do takes me anywhere from like 30 minutes to an hour to do. The next question is, do you work full-time in a traditional job or are you a full-time content creator? If you do work a traditional job, do you work from home or do you travel? So I do not work a traditional job anymore. I used to. I did not quit because of YouTube. I still don't consider myself a full-time content creator. But we own a business and that's how we have our main income. My YouTube income is something, like I do earn something, but it doesn't pay the bills. So I would say that if I were ever in a position where I needed money again to pay the bills, it would not be from YouTube. I would go back to working a regular job. And just for those of you who don't know, I feel like everybody already knows this because I've been on YouTube so long, but some of y'all are new. My traditional job, I was a pharmacist and I just retired from being a pharmacist last year, and the businesses we own are Pilates studios. So my husband and I own 3 Pilates studios that are part of the Club Pilates franchise. The next question says, have you ever been recognized by a stranger from your channel? If so, how did it make you feel? So yes, I have been recognized by a stranger, and I put those in air quotes because y'all are my friends and family. Y'all my internet people, okay? So I don't consider y'all strangers. But how it made me feel is overall great. It made me feel good to put a face to a name, but it is a bit awkward for me because I am quite shy. And so I'm always like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you know who I am. Like it always is such a weird thing, but it's a good weird. It's not a bad weird. So I always say that if you ever see me out in public, please come say hi. And if I seem awkward, it's not you, it's me. I am truly that awkward type person. The next question says, is there one perfume you love that everyone else seems to dislike, or do you dislike a perfume that everyone else loves? So I feel like I'm going to take the easy answer. I dislike a fragrance that everybody else seems to love, and that would be the very, very popular Parfums de Marly Delina. I'm just not a rose lover. I can respect Delina. Like I can see the allure for people, but it's not something that works for me. So I don't hate the fragrance. I can smell it and say it's a nice fragrance for someone else. I just don't like it for me. And then as far as if there's a perfume that I like that everybody else seems to hate, I feel like there's a lot of them, honestly. My tastes are like all over the board. I like to try all different types of fragrances. So I like fragrances that are easygoing. I like fragrances that are difficult to understand. I like fragrances that are dark. I like fragrances that are light. Like I have a very wide range of fragrances that I like. And because of that, I feel like I have a lot of fragrances that are not super popular or not loved by the masses. So the first one that came to mind is Soleil Brûlante from Tom Ford. I love that fragrance. Most people seem to hate it, but I don't get it. I don't get why they hate it. So that's the first one that came to mind, but I feel like I have a lot of them. And then the last question says, if you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice before you started your YouTube journey, what would that be? I guess I would say be more outgoing. I started YouTube as a hobby. And initially, I actually started a blog first. So a blog was the first thing I started online back in 2012. And then shortly after starting my blog, I decided to start making some YouTube videos. Like I said, I am a very reserved person. So for the longest, I never told people about my blog. I never told people about my YouTube. Even now, I hardly ever tell somebody. My husband will tell somebody, but I hardly tell somebody unless it comes up in some way. And so I wish that, like at the beginning of me starting YouTube, I wish that I might have been more outgoing, because YouTube back then was not the same as it is now. Like I could be making bank probably if I started out in the mindset of do this like you wanted to be your career. But I wasn't at that point, and I'm still not really at that point. Like I want to make money from YouTube, but I do realize that it's probably never going to be my breadwinner, and I'm good with that. So, but that is one piece of advice I would give myself. And I think that's more so about who I want to be as a person, that I want to have more confidence in myself, have more confidence in my abilities, be a little bit more outgoing and not always doubting what I'm doing. So that would be the piece of advice I would give my younger YouTube self. So that was it. Now y'all know all my secrets. Again, thank you so much to Liz for creating this tag video. Y'all make sure you check out her channel. Go watch the video. Go subscribe to her channel. She is a breath of fresh air. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. She is one of those people that, like right now when I'm not watching a lot of YouTube, she is one of those people that I know I can watch that will cheer me up. And not the other way around. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and have your notification bell on so that you don't miss a video. Also check out my website. It's www.simplyaisha.com. Get on my email list over there, and check me out on Instagram and TikTok. All my links for my social media will be down in the description box below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.